Hey there, welcome to the latest episode of the Sexy Thyroid Solution. I'm Angela Brown. So today I want to talk to you about minerals for your thyroid and why they're so important and what you need. But first, if you could do me a really big favor, if you could go ahead and subscribe to this channel and hit that little notification bell so that you get a notification every Thursday when I release a new video. And if you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram, do me a huge favor as well and like this video, share it, tag someone who you think might benefit from this information. So let's just go ahead and dive in here. So I've talked quite a bit about minerals for your thyroid, but I kind of wanted to go into a little bit more detail about these, why they're important, and some of the ones that actually I feel like are super important for your thyroid. The first one that I want to talk about is iodine. So iodine is pretty vital for your thyroid. Your thyroid actually can't function without iodine. You have T3 and you have T4 thyroid hormone. So T4 means that it's made of 4 iodine molecules, and T3 is made of 3 iodine molecules. So you can see, obviously, that if you don't have iodine, if you don't have enough iodine, you are not going to have very good thyroid hormone. So it's pretty vital for thyroid function. T4 is your active or inactive thyroid hormone, and T3 is your active. And so your thyroid makes both, but it's going to make a little bit less of the T3, and you actually have to have a conversion of T4 over to T3, the active thyroid hormone. Why is this important? Because there's a lot of minerals that help with that conversion. So another really important one is called selenium. Selenium is one of the biggies that if you don't have enough selenium, it will make it very difficult to have this conversion of T4 over to T3. Selenium is needed for a lot of things in the body. It is a really, really big antioxidant. It does help with glutathione production, kind of a whole bunch of other things as well, but it is 1000% vital for your thyroid. So what I've noticed is that selenium and iodine kind of go hand in hand. So iodine can be very, very detoxing for some if you go on it. Some people need to go really, really slow with it. I generally do not recommend someone to go straight on iodine without knowing what their selenium level is. If your selenium is pretty low, which a lot of times it is, they usually go hand in hand. You need to have some selenium in your system before you really go kind of diving into a pretty big amount of iodine. The other thing is iodine, like I said, it is a little detoxing, but if you have Hashimoto's, which is the autoimmune condition of hypothyroidism, you have to be really careful with iodine. Some people with this autoimmune condition do not handle iodine well at all. So I don't just put someone on iodine without knowing, A, do they have antibodies, which is how you know if you have Hashimoto's, and B, what your selenium levels are. So that's just a little side note. Some other important ones, boron is really important. So boron is needed for a lot of things in the body. It's kind of a mineral that I feel like doesn't ever really get talked about a lot. One of the big things it's important for is it helps keep magnesium in the cell. Magnesium is needed for a lot of things in your body. But the other thing is it also does assist with the conversion of T4 to T3. There's a lot of minerals that assist with this. I would say 95% of the women that come to me have a conversion issue. They actually don't have an issue with T4. They have enough T4. The TSH might even look normal, but they don't convert. They don't have enough things to help with the conversion of T4 to T3. It's really common for that to be the thyroid issue, is the conversion issue. Another really, really important one is potassium. So potassium, again, just like all these, is needed for a ton of things in the body, but it is really, really important for helping with conversion of T4 to T3. So when I do hair tissue testing, this is one that I commonly see is extremely, extremely bottomed out. If I see that their thyroid is really off, I usually will see this. So my question for you, have you ever had your minerals checked? Do you know what your mineral status is if you have this thyroid, slow thyroid, you can't lose weight, all these symptoms? Have you ever had your minerals checked? I would love to know. But commonly I will see potassium really bottomed out. It's really common to see that when I see that their thyroid is sluggish. They may have a blood panel already have done and been diagnosed with hypothyroidism. They may not have any diagnosis at all. but there's different things on the hair tissue test that I can see that they're really, really slow with their thyroid. And usually I will see potassium is totally bottomed out, along with selenium. They kind of go together as well. And then another really important one is magnesium. So magnesium, like I talked about earlier, it's really important for a ton of things in the body, but calcium and magnesium, those two need to be balanced out to make sure that you're getting proper thyroid function. This is another thing that I see that never really is checked on people when they have a thyroid condition. So if you have too much calcium, what can happen is the thyroid hormones will start to decline. And the reason is, for one, when calcium is really elevated, it will actually desensitize thyroid hormone. And it can actually slow down that conversion as well, but it's really going to desensitize the thyroid hormone. So your thyroid function goes down when calcium is elevated. Part of the other thing is if your magnesium's bottomed out, magnesium is needed. It's like the regulator of your calcium and absorption of calcium, utilization of calcium. It kind of manages that. So if your magnesium's bottomed out, your calcium is going to be all over the place. It can't regulate that calcium. So we have to see this balance of calcium magnesium in order to keep the magnesium going. And like I said, when calcium is extremely elevated, which I've done videos on this before as well, if it's really, really elevated, it will absolutely slow your thyroid down. So that's why I like to do a really big full mineral check, because I want to see which ones are bottomed out. If there's some an elevation of calcium is really common to see when I see a bottomed out potassium. That's a thyroid like crap storm. That is going to throw the thyroid off. It's going to slow it down dramatically, and it's really common to see those two go together. So if you have any questions with this, definitely reach out. If you're interested in doing checking your minerals and getting that thyroid looked at for mineral testing, let me know. I still have my free guide as well. If you're interested in the free guide about some hypothyroid things, I have that going as well. And then, like I said, if you have any questions, definitely reach out. I'd love to help you. Do me a huge favor again, subscribe to this channel, hit the little notification so you get a notification every time a video comes out. And then if you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram, huge favor, and like this, share this, tag someone who might benefit from this as well. So hope you guys have an amazing day, and we'll chat soon. Bye.